Hello everybody, this is V1king Reviews, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Universe Deluxe Class Cyclonus and his partner, Nightstick. I picked this guy up for pretty cheap earlier this year, and I really like him. Now, taking a look at the Target Master Nightstick first, you can see that his face is like a goldish color. Maybe it's supposed to represent skin. I don't know. The cast in the same color plastic as Cyclonus, which I used to think was black when I saw photos of him. But no, it's like a dark bluish purple. So that was a nice surprise. Yeah, there's not a lot to him. For articulation, his arm swivels 360, elbow bend, leg can kick forward, can't kick back that much unless you move the cannon out of the way, and toe up. He doesn't have a lot of articulation because he's mainly meant to turn into a gun. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and do that. Cannon flips over the head, which is really tight for some reason. Toes bend forward all the way. And then kick forward like this at this joint. So it looks like this port tab is sticking out. And it sort of rests on the cannon. And the arms, you can fold up at the elbows like this if you really want to. The instructions say to leave them like this. So that's what I'll do. For storage on Cyclonus, this port can tab on here like this. Now taking a look at Cyclonus himself. Really nice jet. Looks like little machine gun details. This red, evil looking cockpit. A little, I guess, reddish brown accents. He has landing gear that can be folded up. Yeah, this really does not want to stay tabbed in at all. But you can fold up the landing gear for maximum whooshing, but I prefer to leave the landing gear folded down. For a vehicle mode comparison, here he is with retro gears, which I reviewed a couple videos ago. It's a pretty chunky deluxe, though gears does fold into himself. He's also a smaller deluxe. Getting down to transformation, fold up the landing gear, slide that down, untab these, and just leave them off to the side. Bring down each front part here. And then bring down this back part. Fold out these feet things. And they'll sort of, not really a kind of tab, because there's like these grooves that this whole section will just sort of slide in on. It's not really tabbing, just more like held on by friction. But it's pretty tight and it won't really come undone unless you really force it. Next thing you want to do is bring this down, fold that up, and just put it back together. Turn the head around, bring this up, tab it in, bring down these arms. They sort of just slide out. Next thing I'm going to do is take these wings, something like that, and fold them up. And it looks like from this side. They don't tab in, they rest. So, if you got a loose copy, there's nothing you can really do. Next, you want to turn this around. If you haven't already, fold out the hands. And there is Cyclonus in his robot mode. Taking a look. See, it's a really nice head sculpt with some really nice light piping. He really catches the light. Nice face sculpt. Nice silicone symbol. And this is the only spot of this color paint on the entire figure, I think. More of that reddish brown. Some of it's from vehicle mode, but most of it is only revealed in this mode. There's little visible gaps. I really like this section back here. I just really like the way the armor plating works. Also, it looks like there's a little bit of thrusters back here, so it looks like you can fly away in a robot mode. So yeah. For a robot mode comparison, here he is with the Hot Wheels collaboration Bone Shaker. The tallish deluxe. Yeah, he's a lanky, really lanky deluxe. And here he is with my channel mascot, Iron Fist. So yeah, further proof that he is a tall, lanky deluxe. He's just very skinny. Most of his mass, he doesn't go like this, he goes like this. Anyway, moving on to articulation. Head can swivel 360. Arms can swivel 360. Elbows bend like a little less than 90. Arms can kind of go out, but not very much. Own this weird armature thing. They can go out less if you like this, but if they're all the way close to the body as they can be, they'll go out more. There's no bicep swivel, but there is this arm swivel, which can replicate a wrist swivel. Wrists can fold in if you really want them to. Legs can kick forward about that high, kick back higher, and out to the side. Thigh swivel, another deep knee bend, and foot and heel can fold down. Moving on to accessories, he only comes with Nightstick, which you can take in this gun mode and plug him into his hand. Alternatively, though this isn't documented in the instructions, you fold in either hand, and you take this tab and tap into that hole right there. It's not the best fit, but it does kind of work as long as you don't touch it. Come on. Which is better, you can use this on both hands, but for some reason, only the right hand is sculpted to be able to hold him like this. The way you can tell is the sculpting looks like a trigger finger, while this looks like a plain old fist. Alternatively, if you just want to store him, you can take him and tab him in on his back with the same hole which you used to tab him in on vehicle mode with. So it can either look like this, or alternatively, which is more cursed, like this. I prefer to display him, which is within his hand. So this isn't the best figure. It's definitely not the best Cyclonus figure. But he's a really fun desk toy. He is definitely a toy. This guy came out in 2008, which is before Hasbro started prioritizing more collector-oriented toys. So this guy is very much a toy. You can definitely bash him around with your other toys. But if you're more interested in posing, you probably should pick up the Kingdom mold of Cyclonus, which came out a few years ago and is considered probably one of the best toys of the decade. But if you just want a really fun desk toy, get him. And for this reason, I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. He's only ranked so low is because of his articulation is lacking, but he makes up for it in tons of other ways. That is it for today's review. Our next review will be on Transformers Legacy Bludgeon. Until then, this is V1king Reviews. V1king out.